Welcome back to my channel, a place for you if you're young, you're starting and you're growing. And in today's video, y'all, today I'm giving you the meat on what I did to work on my career. And recently, like 2 days back, I really went in depth to look at my vision board, look at the goals I have for this year, look at everything I've done, and really know what really matters and what I should be doing next to kind of reach my goals. So in today's video, I'm going to just be taking you through the whole process of what I did and how you can equally do it for yourself if you feel like your goals are not moving well or your plans are not really going as planned and you just want to settle down, sit back and work on it. I'm going to take you through every single thing I did to come up with the rest of the plan that I'm going to be doing for the rest of this year. And it was pretty awesome. I was so happy that I did it, and I want to bring you guys into it. So if this looks like you and you feel like you need this video, you should definitely keep on watching. I'm really so much of a sucker for planning, strategizing and programming. I just feel like nothing really does itself, so you have to plan and know what you're doing. So earlier this year, I already have my beautiful vision board outline, which I'm going to be attaching to this video so that you see what I'm talking about. So when it was almost midnight, like 2 days ago, I just really felt I should review my progress and figure out what it is that I'm going to be doing next for the rest of the year. And it was really beautiful. I spent hours on it. I crafted, I drafted, and it was so nice. But before we jump into what exactly I did, I promised in my previous video that in this video I'm going to be really going to tell you everything about the myths and how you can get a side hustle and all of that. But during the week, I got so many questions on how do I pick out a side hustle now and all of that. So I prepared a starter kit for you if you want to take a side hustle or you want to pick a side hustle. So if you need that starter kit, I'm going to pin a comment in the comment section below. Just read through that instruction and you get your starter kit and you can immediately pick a side hustle. So with that chunk out of the way, with the elephant in the room out of the way, let's get right into it. So I really went in depth to plan out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the 6 months while watching Erin's video, and it was really helpful. I totally recommend going to Erin's page and watching it because I love her content. So I went in there to plan out everything I did. So that's exactly, I'm going to tell you what I did so that you can, work on doing yours too. So the first thing I did was to really shut out all the distractions on my phone. Like I turned off all my notifications on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere I knew I was going to get distracting notifications from, because currently I'm working on my social media pages, I'm working on my social media strategy as a whole, so I'm always trying to monitor it and see the progress it's making. So I knew at that point in time it was going to distract me, so I couldn't turn off my data because I was using it for watching Erin and also working on my vision board. So I needed to turn off all the notifications on things that distract me personally. So you know what distracts you. Probably you need to step out of a place or you need to go out from the midst of some people, but whatever distracts you, you should probably put it off. So I put off all forms of distractions I have. So after I turned off all the distraction on my phone, which is really my basic distraction point, because it was 12 a.m. and people were sleeping, so I doubt people were not going to distract me. So it was definitely the phone and the social media and all of that that was distracting me. After I turned it off, I went ahead to review my vision board. So in my vision board, I have three things, as I already told you. On my brand, my career, I had 10,000 followers on Instagram, I have 10,000 followers on YouTube, and I have 10,000 followers, or rather group members on my Facebook group. That is the vision I have for mine. I'm just giving you a highlight. Of course, there are more, it goes more in depth. Those audience have something they are going to in turn foster me to do my business. It goes more in depth, which I will bring you into. If you feel like knowing the details of that, or you want to work on yours and you want to get the details, you can just put in the comment section below, or follow me on Instagram and just message me on Instagram and I'll bring you in depth. But for the purpose of this video, those are the things I had on my career, the career space. That was the thing I had there. Then on my personal life, I had about 2 to 3 things there. How much money I wanted to make and all of that, and it goes on. So I listed it out. After I did that, I went on to do the next thing. I listed out the things I had achieved right under the career, the personal life and the spiritual life. I listed out things I had achieved. I listed out what I had not achieved. So there were 2 bars away, one here, things I had achieved and things I had not achieved, just 2 bars away. Then I figured out what was the gap between things I had achieved and things I had not achieved. Not what I was doing or what I was not doing, literally what was the gap. Like on YouTube, I have 10,000 subscribers, and currently you can see there I have about 140 something. So I wrote it out that I still had 900 and something to go. On my Instagram page, I have 400 followers. I still had 900 and something to go. Same thing goes for my Facebook page, because I just recently quit my job and started working on it. So I then, just right in the middle was what was remaining. What were the numbers? I'm a sucker for goals and number. When you have goals, there should be a number and a time to it. So I listed it out. How much time was left and what were the numbers? After I had done this, then I went on to tweak my plans. I already had plans on ground. So when I saw what was left, which is really huge, I felt like probably I'm not taking the right direction on getting this. I'm so focused, and now I'm being very plain and very transparent to you guys. I'm so focused on the YouTube growing that I kind of ignore the ones that are growing already, which I think some of you may probably be doing. You have this number 1 goal that you want to hit and all your attention is there, and there are some others that are growing on the side. There is this side hustle, or there is this job you're seeking after, and all your attention is right there. You're putting in all your time, all your energy, all your focus there, and some other on the side are just growing organically on their own, and they're doing so well. And by yourself now, you're killing the growth because you're not nurturing the ones that were growing. So I figured out that my Facebook and my Instagram was kind of showing me some light. My reels were doing so well. My Facebook group, I was having people come up on it. So I tweaked my plan a little bit, or twitched. I think it's tweaked is the word. So I did that. I just felt like I should, of course I love YouTube and I'm going to still focus on it, but I should nurture the rest part of my career goals that were organically growing by themselves, the rest part of my financial lives that were organically growing by themselves. So I tweaked it a little bit. I came up with new strategies, and honestly speaking, this year alone I have learned so much, and thank God I'm documenting each and every step of my journey, and I really think it's going to be a very big asset to young people, because I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm documenting each and every step of it, and I'm coming up with an idea of what I'm going to do with it, which I'm going to let all of you know very soon, what I'm going to do with all the analytics and everything I've been doing on myself and on my career. So after I had come up with new plans and new strategies on what to really focus on and how I can better achieve my goals, because honestly, I just want to grow a particular audience, and it's not really for YouTube to really grow, or probably for YouTube to start paying me money on AdSense or sponsorship. No, I want to grow that audience, because that is the amount of people I am willing to serve in 2021. I'm willing to serve that amount of people. So if people are coming up to me on Facebook and on Instagram and I'm not really focusing on them, it's like I'm defeating my own goals and numbers. So it can be the same thing for you. So if you really sit down and look back at it, probably I have this goal and I have this other goal, and this one is doing really well, and you feel like it's going up and you're ignoring it because you want to focus on something that you have more attention on. It's really nice when you are able to figure out things you don't have control of. There are some things you don't have control of. The goal is what your attention should be on, not the controlling the tiny bit of it. Of course, you should try to have as much control as you can, but when it comes to planning strategy, leverage on things that are doing really well. I always say, don't be emotionally attached to any particular goal or any particular achievement. Check it properly. It may just be you're trying to feed your ego. You want to make sure you achieve that thing. No, settle down, work on it, see what you need to nurture more, give more attention to something that is calling for your attention. When you give more attention to something calling for your attention, sometimes you have this urge, you have this you feel like something is calling you, something is calling me to start putting out content or become a content creator or start affecting people's life, and you're ignoring it because you have something you're already chasing. It's fine to have your eyes on a goal, but when something is calling you, when an audience is calling you, value, money, influence, achievement, success really comes when you pay attention to something calling you. It's a service thing. When you're paying attention to an audience calling you to serve, you in turn produce more money, more attention, more influence, because money is just an exchange for value. So that is exactly what I did to my vision board, to kind of reorganize and focus on what I can do better to achieve my goals. So with that being said, at the end of everything I did, I figured out I needed to do like something to call on every other young person to join me and do what I had done, tweaking my vision board and really planning. So I'm going to do a challenge. I'm doing a challenge. I'm challenging you, a start now challenge for every single person that feels like they want to work on their goals before June. We are going to do the challenge in May, so that before June you will really have it figured out what you're going to be doing for the next part of the season. So I really hope that this video has been of immense help to you, and if you have any question, you have anything you want to ask me, put it in the comment section below and I will definitely reply each and every one of you. And I think that will be all for this video, and until the next time where you see me, I have a video on things you should do in 2021, which you should totally check out if you feel like you don't have goals or some of those things and you haven't really come up with a good plan for 2021. Check out that video. Until next time, you know who it is. Bye.